On Thursday, August 16, 2021, SpaceX launched its first all-civilian crewed mission aboard the Crew Dragon, also known as Inspiration 4. The mission was the first of its kind for SpaceX. NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida served as the launch site for the mission. The spacecraft was attached to a Falcon 9 rocket, and the launch took place between 5:29 and 5:33 a.m. local time. This mission's purpose is more than meets the eye, and it is much more significant than you might imagine. SpaceX intends to use it to eliminate all competition and herald the beginning of a new era in space travel. Which specific goals and breakthroughs were intended as inspiration for this mission? How will this mission be an evolutionary event for SpaceX's commercial space travel, and how will this mission influence the company's future, are all discussed in detail. This video will first discuss all of the limits and records that SpaceX will be shattering as a result of the mission's inspiration, which will not only be in comparison to Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic, but also related to other fields such as medicine and health. After that, we'll discuss the medical and health breakthroughs that are expected as a result of the event. It will be discussed after that how Musk and his company will enter a bold new era once this mission is completed, and the final section of the video will go over the future avenues that are planned or arise as a result of this venture. A quick reminder that you can subscribe for free and like the video to help us boost the algorithm. Comments are greatly appreciated as well. It will be the third major commercial space mission of 2021, following missions by Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin, both of which will demonstrate their capabilities in July of this calendar year. It should be noted that SpaceX's venture will go above and beyond the efforts of the other two companies and will test the boundaries of what is currently known to man. Both of the previous missions were suborbital and only traveled as far as the boundary between the Earth's atmosphere and space before returning to Earth. SpaceX's mission, on the other hand, is scheduled to last for 3 days and will orbit the Earth at a speed of 22 times the speed of sound. The crew will complete one orbit of the Earth every 90 minutes for the duration of the mission, which will last for 3 days. Bezos and Branson's missions were very brief, lasting only 10 to 30 minutes, which is about the maximum amount of time you can get out of a suborbital flight. On the other hand, SpaceX's it is made possible by the highly capable Falcon 9 launcher, which outperforms both Blue Origin's New Shepard and Virgin Galactic's VSS Unity in terms of performance. Space is officially defined as being 62 miles above the surface of the Earth. Virgin Galactic failed to reach this limit, whereas Blue Origin did so successfully. Using the Crew Dragon, Inspiration 4 will not only beat these two missions, but it will also take the crew higher than any other human space mission, going beyond the International Space Station, which orbits at 260 miles away from Earth, as well as the Hubble Space Telescope, which orbits at 340 miles away from Earth. With Haley Arsenault on board, Inspiration 4 will also break the record for the youngest American to go into space. She is also the first astronaut to have ever used a prosthetic limb, which represents a medical breakthrough. A large number of studies are being conducted on the 4 members of the crew. Researchers from Trish, the University of Pennsylvania, and the Johns Hopkins University have been collaborating with them. The topics covered range from cognition to readaptation to gravity genome testing, among many other things. The crew will use the iPhone 12 Pro, iPad mini, and Apple Watch to monitor many aspects of their medical health, including cognitive changes. The cognition application on the iPad mini will monitor cognitive changes, and the Apple Watch will collect data on sleep cycles, blood pressure, heart rate, light exposure, cabin noise, and a variety of other variables. All of these will be of the clinical grade variety. A medical device known as the IQ Plus will be connected to the Crew Dragon's iPhone 12 Pro, which will then be used by them to perform their ultrasounds. All of these devices will be integrated into the Crew Dragon for accuracy and convenience, and they will all be integrated into the Crew Dragon. This mission is intended to be a practical demonstration of how humans can survive for an extended period of time in space with the proper training and pieces of equipment, even if they are ordinary civilians with no prior experience as astronauts, marking the beginning of a bold new era in human space exploration. Inspiration 4 is not the first mission for the Crew Dragon, which has already been used to transport astronauts to and from the International Space Station, ISS. All of the previous experience has been gained by SpaceX on purpose, leading up to the point where it has begun private launches. Former NASA astronaut Garrett Reisman was in charge of the SpaceX team during the development of the Crew Dragon. He believes that this spacecraft was only a first step towards Elon Musk's ultimate goal of multiplanetary human life, and better ways to send astronauts to the ISS needed to be found. The first alternative it discovered was to rent seats on Russian Soyuz rockets, but there were two problems with this. First, they took off from Kazakhstan, which is halfway around the world, and second, they were expensive. The second problem was that they were not available until the following year. NASA then decided to test SpaceX and Boeing's human-carrying spacecraft, which resulted in the first Crew Dragon crewed mission taking place in May 2020, as well as future plans for the space station. Inspiration 4 is not the only mission on SpaceX's to-do list of private launches. There are several others as well. As part of its long-term plan, the company Axiom Space has planned a series of missions to the International Space Station, with the first of these scheduled to launch in January 2022 and followed by another mission every 6 months thereafter. The company's ultimate goal is to build a private space station, which would initially be connected to the International Space Station, but would also be capable of supporting research and commercial projects. Even though space missions with the Crew Dragon appear to be a step forward, Musk has another game-changer in the works, a fully reusable rocket that will be able to launch over 100 people or 100 tons of payload into space. When this spacecraft is fully developed, it will become a super cost-effective way of traveling to the Moon, planet Mars, and beyond. Currently, all of the revenue from SpaceX operations is being used to fund such projects. Originally published as a personal goal of Musk's is to build an autonomous Mars city that can run on its own energy by the year 2050. His company's 3-day trip to space will cost between $100 billion and $10 trillion, and the final product, Inspiration 4, will push the boundaries of space travel and flying beyond 739 miles above Earth's surface. No human beings have ever done this. Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic's flights of 10 to 30 minutes seem futile in comparison to Musk's company's 3-day trip. Haley Arsenault, a member of the crew, will also break 2 world records. As a result of the studies being conducted on the crew by researchers from prestigious institutions, significant advances in medical science will be made as well. Elon Musk has a vision of establishing a city on Mars, and this mission represents a watershed moment in that vision. It is possible that we will be able to see the Starship in action very soon, as SpaceX already has more ventures in the works for private launches. The mission has a much greater purpose and will forever alter the commercial Crew Dragon flights. Today's video proves that it is a set game for SpaceX and the correct course of action. What will be SpaceX's next big move in the field of commercial space travel and tourism? We'll get to see the Starship in action soon, but how long will it be before the Crew Dragon is called upon? Now, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It will help us to better understand our audience.